Hello, Chester here. So we're going out of our comfort zone. This isn't really tempo. Well, I am trying to make it tempo combo, but this is basically Grixis breach. So I was wandering around the Korea server and I was checking the deck threads there. There was one on John Delirium and they were talking about the old spike list, the Jeskai shell with DRC and the Oracle combo in it. I just remembered that the better colors for tempo decks now is actually in Grixis because you get Psychic Frog. I went ahead and to look for inspiration in Omri's Jund list. So what I saw from there is this is the core package. Yeah, this is basically the core package of the John Breach deck. And what's good about being black red is once you have Breach, Ritual, and Stitcher Supplier, you're basically guaranteed to go off. Dark Ritual is a really busted card, and you can often even go off on turn 3 if you have assembled all the pieces. And then I remembered that even Heartstabber actually mills 2 cards when it dies, and it's also decent sack fodder for Flare of Denial and Flare of Malice. And Phology Archaeologist also fills that role where you can look for combo pieces while having interaction up when you need it. So the first few turns you can stitch your supplier, have Phology Archaeologist, and have Flare of Denial up. And all the while you're doing that, you're essentially assembling the combo pieces. I wanted to have Psychic Frog in the main, but I realized we don't have enough slots for that. And I really wanted to test this theory out first, if it will work. And I played a bunch of best of one games with it. It does work, but again, even Heartstabber and the Flares are clunky cards on their own. You're a good opponent would actually spend the removal on your Phology Archaeologist or your Heartstabber so that they can play around Flare of Denial. And as for the land base, I haven't really given it much thought. I just added a Fire Action Tower here, a couple of survey lands for each color, and we have Mystic Sanctuary here to get pieces back, or maybe you could be cheeky and Mystic Sanctuary back a surgical target. For example, if they try to get you by playing surgical on Tendrils, you could respond with a fetch into Mystic Sanctuary. And as for the sideboard, I don't really know how to build a sideboard for a combo deck. So I just assumed that you need 4 Thoughtseize for the other combo decks and the hate pieces that are coming in against you. K command you could use to destroy the more popular graveyard hate like Unlicensed Hearse, and it also gets back lures in a pinch. So you could play the fair game at some point if they manage to exile your combo pieces. We can also pivot into Psychic Frog just in case the we're expecting a lot of hate. So we could trim down on combo pieces, fit in Frog, and maybe the fair spell cards, play a fair game. But in game one, if they manage to get your combo pieces, you could also beat down with the even Heartstabber. So this becomes a 3-3 with Death Touch if there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard. So essentially, you could also play the fair game by just Dark Ritualing into Lurus, having even Heartstabber as your beaters, and then you also have the Flare of Denial to protect your Lurus. Anyway, let's try to play some games with this deck. First match of with this deck. We're going first. There's no companion. We kind of have some of the combo here. Let's go for a bubble on ourselves. We see a land. I don't think I want a land. Let's fetch for blue black. Play Stitcher Supplier. We just need a ritual. Alright. Ritual found. I think we keep that. We can go off next turn, I think. Alright. Let's auto pass. Seems like Jetstorm. You're thinking about it hard. Right, let's start. Exile these. Exile these. Should have attacked first. We have 5, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, we just had the combo. From one combo deck to another. Don't think we want the flares here. Let's go with Pyroclasm. Some frogs. Question is if I want Spell Pierce. Probably want some number of Spell Pierce. Maybe let's commit on the frog plan. This is a decent hand. We have Brainstorm. Okay. Okay. Not sure why they surgical that. Okay. Let's brainstorm here. Yeah, I'm okay with tendrils being gone. It's kind of dangerous. Oops. Don't think I can go off here. Let's see if they can. I think we can go off next turn. Start with ritual. Go for breach. Go for ritual. Shooter for spell pierce. Nice. You're going first. I think this is a fine hand. Let's check what we draw. We don't want that. Oops. Okay. Hopefully they don't just run us over. Hey, let's play Philology. That's a bad hit. Yes, that is fine. Right. Now that is going to get countered. Let's try one more time. Those are really some bad hits. Don't think we can go off. Hey, if we don't die here, alright, we're gonna die here. He absolutely did nothing in there. We want pyroclasms. K command. I think instead of flare of denial, we can probably get some frogs in here. Cut some bubble. Yeah, something like this. Okay, this is a good hand. Let's play Philology here. Okay, there's a dark ritual. We're missing a red source. Curse is kinda annoying. There's the red source. I think we can go for it. Hmm. Let's just get bubble here. 2, 3. Guess we just go ahead and clear this. Bowmasters. Okay. Alright, we just lost. We just need to draw into something here. A creature. Okay, that's nice. Brainstorm. Let's get the Surveil. Blue black. Guess we can bin that for now. Let's swing in. Brainstorm. Put back to lands. Get a blue black source. Looks like a combo deck. Probably show and tell. Okay. Probably have Veil. Yeah. Right. Interesting. So we don't want the flares here. We're gonna go with Thoughtseize. Yeah, that's it. Start by Thoughtseize. Guess we get the Veil. or mod script? Let's brainstorm first before tutoring for something. Okay, tutor for Flare. Let's Flare this one. Let's Phology now. I guess we get Beseech. Nice. Do I want a spell pierce? Probably not. Maybe just one. Guess we keep that. Let's try to brainstorm first. Okay. Then we can Phology. Okay. Let's counter that. We did not hit. So we're just going to get back the Flare. A Breach. Start with Supplier first. Get another flare of denial for good measure. See if we can win this. Okay, so they didn't have any interaction. Oops, overdid it. Welcome back. So, what do I think of the deck? I don't think it's really it's fun, but I don't think it's going to be competitive because again, good players can just kill your creatures to deny you of the flares, and there's a lot of graveyard hate going around. Some even are main decking them. So this isn't really better than the John list. And I think the John list is more resilient to graveyard hate because of ground seal, and they have access to enchantment hate like Haywire Might or Abrupt Decay. So I'm not really sure how you can actually make this work. I doubt it'll break the format in half because again, there's a lot in here that is pretty synergistic. For example, the flares are dependent on you drawing into the creatures. The combo is dependent on you drawing into the combo. But when it works, it works. And for me, it is fun. And I think that's enough to play the deck. I don't recommend crafting this deck if you are lacking in wild cards because even Heartstabber is a rare. The flares are rares. I do recommend crafting these. I think these are safe crafts because you can play the John Breach shell if you want. And we are omitting Dragon's Rage Channeler in here because we are trying to play with the flares. We could probably just stay away from the flares and play the RC. Perhaps this becomes a mana drain. This becomes fatal push. You could go that direction, but again, they are fair cards in an unfair shell. This kind of goes into doing more unfair stuff when all the pieces come together because you can hold up Flare of Denial for free if you have Phalogy Archaeologist out. So you can safely go off on turn 3 with protection at times. And as for the sideboard, I really don't have any idea how we can construct this. I'm not really a combo player myself, so maybe you can put down some suggestions on how to actually construct a sideboard for combo decks. And I think that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.